Welcome back. So I was in Williamsburg, Brooklyn today, and while taking a walk, I passed by the Marsha P Johnson State Park, first time ever. Marsha P Johnson lived between 1945 and 1992. She was born in Elizabeth, New Jersey, and died on July 6, 1992, after living in New Jersey for 12 years. Her body was found in the Hudson River. At first, Marsha's death was ruled as a suicide, but later, because of the insistence of activists, her case was reopened and remains unsolved. Black trans women continue to be murdered at a higher rate than other trans people. Marsha P. Johnson was a black gay trans liberation activist. She was diagnosed with mental illness and lived with HIV/AIDS at a time when there were less treatment options than there are now. Marsha graduated from high school in 1963 and briefly enrolled in the U.S. Navy. After this, she came to New York City and found a home in the West Village, a community of LGBTQ plus people. During that time, it was illegal to be gay or trans in New York. And Marsha became one of the leaders in the struggle for the gay liberation movement. Marsha P. Johnson was a major participant in the Stonewall Uprising, a series of protests that took place in the early morning hours of June 28, 1969. This uprising was a turning point in the LGBTQ plus rights movement. She co-founded an organization called STAR, Strategic Trans Alliance for Radical Reform. She led this organization with Sylvia Rivera, a Latinx trans woman. STAR also established a house for trans and gender non-conforming youth, and this was run with under a culture of mutual care, providing food and clothing. STAR also engaged in activism. For example, they had a 5-day protest in the New York University. This was led by gay liberation activists. So this channel is about a positive Black identity. It's about Black people thriving and a general love for all Black people. No one is excluded from this love. I've included information in the slides of the videos, so you can read more about trans people and gender identity, or you could not, because it's your right. This is not a cult. I'm not indoctrinating you one way or the other, but I'm just asking you to think. What I want to uplift is a response that Marsha P. Johnson gave to people who questioned her sexual orientation and gender identity. Her answer would be, the P in my name is for pay it no mind. There are Black people who hate trans people. Some are open and honest about it, and others hide behind religion. And we all have a right to take up our own space, live by our own beliefs and religion. But if people are not a danger to themselves and others, why are we minding their business? And we instinctively know that as this was done to us, people make monsters out of trans people. They make big monsters out of Black people, and they make monsters out of trans people. Some images are trans people are lurking in bathrooms to rape children. As a child welfare professional, I can assure you that the people who live in your home and who you welcome are the real danger to your children. But you don't have to take my word for it, because the research is readily available. And yes, you have a right to not want your child to learn about gender and sexual orientation in school. This is why I don't make videos for children, because I don't have a right to teach your child until you think I'm worthy of teaching your child. That's why we have standards for teachers. I saw a comment written by a Black man and agreed with by other Black men that the people most supportive of trans women are women. And they said these women who support trans women are so simple minded that we don't know that trans women are our competition. Let me be clear. No one on this earth is my competition because, like everyone on this earth, I am a unique and irreplaceable being. My target group of men are those that view women as more than replaceable bodies. Men who think trans women are competitions for us. They just see us all as bodies to be used up and thrown away. The reason I'm concerned about trans women, trans people, because I'm concerned about all human beings having human rights. I'm concerned about this because there was a point in our history when people, because of their color of their skin, my ancestors did not have all their human rights. And my history, my ancestral history, forces me to include, not exclude people. So yeah, you might not believe in trans, but I believe in humans. And I believe in black humans, loving black humans.